Despite all of the rain the Atlanta area has seen over the last week, East Lake is dry and the skies are clear as players enter the second round on a tough Tour Championship course.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, presented by World MasterCard.
Number 7 in the FedEx Cup standings, Sean O'Haire leads the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola by 1 over local favorite Stuart Sink, Padraig Harrington, and Tiger Woods. Welcome to PGA Tour Today. I'm Win McMurry. After missing the cut in the first playoffs event, the Barclays, Sean O'Haire bounced back with a tie for 8th in Boston and a solo 4th place finish in Chicago. And while it's still early, the 27-year-old is now in position to not only win the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola for his second victory of the season, but to also take home the FedEx Cup. For O'Haire to win, he needs to, number 1, lift the Tour Championship trophy, and number 2, for the FedEx Cup points leader Tiger Woods to finish in a 3-way tie for second or worse. And that's exactly where Tiger is entering the second round. And in fact, O'Haire might owe part of his early success at East Lake to Tiger. In addition to hitting 14 of 18 greens in regulation, second best in the field, he is converting the putts thanks to some tips from Woods.
He's, number one, we all know how good of a player he is, but, I can't stress enough how great of a guy he is. I think that's what impresses me most about him, and so we just were playing a little bit, and I've talked to him a little bit about putting in the past, and he was asking me how I felt about my putting, and took a look, and I just was asking him a few questions here and there. He's shown me a few things, and very helpful stuff.
Tiger enters the second round 3 under par after an opening round 67. Despite a slow start Thursday where he was 1 over par after his first 8 holes, Woods was able to turn it around with 4 birdies on his final 10 holes. The number 1 player in the world is the only player in the field who has won the Tour Championship multiple times. Stuart Sink has never finished inside the top 10 at East Lake, even though he's a member. And while the Georgia Tech alum enters the second round after hitting only 11 of 18 greens in regulation, if he can continue to get up and down as he did Thursday, where he was 4 for 4 on sand saves, the British Open champion has a good chance to remain in contention. Also tied for second, Padraig Harrington, who did not get off to a strong start in 2009. The Irishman has used the PGA Tour playoffs to right his season, finishing inside the top 10 in his last 5 starts, including a tie for second at the first playoffs event in New York. Harrington will again look to take advantage of the front 9 on Friday, where in round 1 he was 4 under par after his first 7 holes. Here's a look at the leaderboard and where the players on page 1 would finish in the final FedEx Cup standings if they were to maintain position through the final round. Friday players will redraw, and O'Haire and Sink will play in the final group of the day at 1:55 p.m. Eastern. Woods and Harrington will precede them on the tee at 1:45. The PGA Tour Network's Doug Bell joins us from the course with a report on what to expect in round 2.
The big story at the Tour Championship has to be the weather. It's gone from really wet conditions to hot and humid weather. Mother Nature is really breathing some hot breath on us right now. In fact, I'm not sure the players in the PGA Tour have faced this hot a condition maybe in the last 2 months. So that makes for some tough playing conditions, no doubt about it. And of course, these greens, the sub-air system is working wonders. It's sucked out all the moisture, and these greens are really hard. And this course can be set up in so many different ways. It's something to look forward to. Another thing to look forward to is the reshuffle now, repairing of the players. Sean O'Haire will play tomorrow with local favorite Stuart Sink, and Tiger and Padraig will go at it one more time. Those two have played some memorable rounds as of late. The future looks bright here at East Lake, starting with a second round.
Thanks, Doug. In addition to radio coverage on the PGA Tour Network, PGATour.com has live video coverage from East Lake's first and 18th holes of every player throughout the tournament. The Golf Channel has Friday's action from 1 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Your World MasterCard comes with rewards, offers, and perks that matter to you. Whether it's tee time reservations at premier golf courses or tickets to the big game, you decide what's in your perfect world. Offers may vary. Go to priceless.com/world and register for more details.